running great, but it has one problem. Well, it has many problems, but I'm gonna fix one of them today. I've got this beautiful operator shifter, and it's got this button on here, but the button doesn't do anything right now. The truck does have a trans brake, and it's got the wiring for it. I'm gonna be connecting it to the Holley system so that when I push this button, it engages a rev limiter on the ECU, and it will also have a relay that engages the trans brake solenoid underneath the truck. All right, I've been wiring dirty, but I think it's ready to test. And here's the aftermath of my little workshop. So I was using that kind of as a workbench, sitting here, all my supplies nice and close to the truck. And let's test this thing out. Key on gives power to all my rocker panel switches. This switch will now arm the relay that gives power to my trans brake relay. Pop this into first. Once it's in first, I should be able to push this button and I'll hear the trans brake solenoid activate. And I can hear it, so I don't know if you can hear that. And I'll hold it, build boost, release, on our way. Now, the second part to this, if I wired everything correctly, put it back in neutral, back into first, relay, or the solenoid for the trans brake should activate. If I shut this off, it shouldn't work anymore. And I don't hear it clicking, so that's perfect. All right, now we've gotta go test it. So I'm probably gonna just come over here, got some space here in the trailer park. I'll put the truck into first gear, hold the button, make sure it doesn't move, release it, see if it starts to move, and then if that works, I'll probably go somewhere safe where I'm not gonna ram straight into something. Do the same test, but basically mash the throttle and see if it holds it at 3 grand. So keep you updated. Hell yeah, that worked. All right, so that was a successful wiring job and a little bit of testing there. The rev limiter right now, or the two-step, is set at 3,000 RPM. It's pretty mild, to be honest, so I think I might bump it up to like 3,500 and see what that's like. Bump this up to 3,500. And he had that 25 RPM below the previous number, so I'm gonna go 3475. Hit enter. I have saved that. Yes. I think I need to send this to the ECU. Sync with ECU. Send to ECU. Ignition power to be cycled. Please turn the ignition power on and off. Okay, so it should have that new tune with the 3,500 RPM rev limiter. I gotta cycle the key and then I'm gonna try it again and see if it bumped it up. All right, I was watching the boost gauge that time. It made 3 PSI. If I would have held it there, it probably would have kept creeping up to around 4 or 5. But around that, perfect. That's what my wastegate spring is, 4-pound spring. So we're gonna leave it there for now. It makes some pretty cool sounds, and then we'll take it to the track and see how that works. The last step to this wiring job is to select a sticker for that button. And I think I'm gonna go with that guy right there.